As the pandemic rages on, surveys tell us that adults in the U.S. are reporting the highest stress levels since the early days of the COVID outbreak.
It can be hard to be happy, especially at a time like this, but sometimes you have to act happy, act as if you are happy to be happy. So like fake it till you make it, right? Our happiness expert, Dr. Christine Whelan from UW-Madison is here. Hi, Christine.
Hi there. Good to be here.
Good to see you.
Boy, as if the pandemic wasn't enough, now we've got the polar vortex on top of it. So how in the world, how can you make yourself happy? Can you do that?
Oh my goodness, this is a fake it till you make it time if there ever was one. So the research says that sometimes you just don't feel happy, but you can boost your happiness by acting as if you were happy. There is some wonderful and really, I think, kind of fun research that does a little experiment involving a pencil. And so here's how it goes. They give people cartoons, and some people, they ask if they will hold the pencil between their teeth. Other people have to hold the pencil between their lips. When you hold a pencil between your teeth, you force a smile. When you hold a pencil between your lips, you're frowning. And it turns out that the people who are smiling find the cartoons funnier. They find the whole thing funnier. And this is really one little data point that shows that if you try to smile and raise your spirits and really kind of act as if you are a happy person, then the rest can kind of snowball in and follow through from there.
Interesting. And there's a new research from Korean universities that encourages us to not give up on the possibility of being happy in the future. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so there's this sort of conventional wisdom that our happiness has a set point, right? That like either you're an Eeyore kind of person who's not happy all the time, or you're kind of a happy, bubbly, bouncy person. If you agree with that idea that you have a happiness set point that really nothing can do anything with, then it turns out that even when all sorts of good and happy things happen to you, you won't get as happy as if you have a more flexible attitude toward happiness and believe that some days you're happy and some days you're not, and that it can go in a cycle. So this is also really telling us that right now, when we are cooped up, when it's so cold, when we just don't feel that happy, trying to kind of start over a little bit and say, I'm going to act like a happy person would act today. What would a happy person do? Would a happy person smile, reach out and help somebody else, be pro-social? These are all things that we can do that actually research finds makes us happier in the long run.
So it's not trying to be an actress or something like that. It's about kind of rewiring your brain to think more positively, right?
Absolutely, right. So if you try to suppress those anxious or sad feelings, they just seep out sideways. We all know how that happens. No, really, this is about trying to take action. And, you know, I kind of hate that word happiness because it's sort of this catch-all word, even though I'm known as the happy professor. It's really more about meaningful thriving. It's about well-being. So if you think about meaningful activity, that means doing something for somebody else. It means using your gifts to try to make a positive difference in the world. So every day, if we can think about one meaningful thing that we want to do, then at the end of the day, we look back and say, you know what, I accomplished that. And that gives you a boost of that more meaningful kind of happiness.
I feel happier already.
We all need all the help we can get, yes. Me included.
Absolutely. Christine, thanks for being with us again. Good information as always. Be happy.
You guys,
stay warm.
We're happy.
We'll be right back with a final check of your forecast.